Good morning, everyone. SweetMoney here, and welcome back to another quick guide for Autonauts versus Pirate Bots. The time has come to start our first gold farm. Up until this point, most of the game has been very similar to the original Autonauts game. Things have been a little accelerated since we have these Mark 3.5 worker bots right off the bat, and we have some early researches unlocked already. But other than that, we've been doing the same things you do in a normal Autonauts game up until now. Gold is going to be a valuable resource for building most of the new Pirate Bots buildings and bots, so we're going to want a nice steady supply. Let's get to work. If you've been following along with these videos, you'll be one mission shy of unlocking the next set of missions. The game wants us to use mallets to bash trees and get sticks, so just make a mallet really quick and get that over with by hitting a tree with it 3 times. We're gonna need a bunch of things built, so good thing we started our builder army in the last video. Set down blueprints in your build me area for 2 crude workbenches, 4 crates, 3 silos, a piggy bank, and a spaceport. We'll need to program another bot for your builder army that deals with pegs, but after teaching it to place 1 peg, it'll take care of the rest. When the spaceport finishes crafting, you can hover over it to see what everything is worth. Straw is worth 1 coin and cereal seeds are worth 10. More advanced food is worth exponentially more, so we'll want to work our way up to that in due time. But we have to start somewhere. Our first piggy bank can only hold 1,000 coins and we can only build 1, but we'll be able to upgrade that later as well. Find a spot where you want to start your cereal farm. It doesn't need to be huge to start with, and we can always move things around later if we don't like it. I'm going to use this little corner by the beach here for mine and put my piggy bank right about here. Gold gets deposited automatically in the bank, so you can really put it anywhere you'll think it's secure. We're going to start with another sign. Define a 2x2 area with your sign and then move 1 of your silos, 1 of your crates, and your spaceport right next to it. Dig up the turf under the sign area if there is any, and let's get ready to program 5 really simple bots. This would probably be a fun task to try and use as few bots as possible, but we're going to want a steady supply of gold, and using more single-purpose bots is just faster and more efficient. Next, we're going to need our 2 crude workbenches that will be making crude blades and crude flails for us. Crude blades are pretty bad at cutting cereal, so we're going to do something a little different with them. Place a crate right next to our blade workbench with the outputs aligned. We're going to use 1 bot to make these tools for us, so press space, select one of our lazy bots and hit record. Grab 2 sticks and drop them on the flail workbench, then grab 2 stones and drop them on the blade workbench. Finally pick up the crude blade and drop it in the storage next door. Instead of using repeat blocks, I want to use if blocks, so this bot will check each workbench on every loop instead of being stuck filling the blade storage until it's full. So drag an if block to the top of this program and add move to stick storage, take from stick storage, take from stick storage, move to crude workbench, add to crude workbench, add to crude workbench to it. Change the drop down to question not full, then select the flail workbench. Then we'll use 1 more if block set to question not full with the crude blade storage set as its target. Add the instructions, move to stone storage, take from stone storage, take from stone storage, move to crude workbench, add to crude workbench, add to crude workbench, find nearest crude blade, move to target, pick up target, move to crude blade storage, add to crude blade storage. That's a mouthful. You'll have a couple of move to instructions for both of these that you can delete. Wrap the whole program in a forever loop, rename them to Blade Flail Crafter, and press play so they start filling the crate with blades. The final task we need to do to prepare is to find some cereal. Grab yourself a blade and find a patch of cereal somewhere on the map. If you don't see one, reveal the neighboring fog of war by stepping into the tiles. Use the blade on one of the wild cereal crop and then press Q to stow your tool so you can pick up the cereal that drops and bring it back to our farm. Drop them on the floor, put your blade away, and grab a flail. You can whack the cereal you just dropped to get straw and seeds. The straw can go in the crate, and the seeds can go in the silo. Grab a new bot's attention, hit record, and then pick one of the seeds out of the silo and plant it in the dirt. Change the search area to target the cereal sign, and wrap the whole thing in a forever loop. There's no reason to fill our hands with seeds or anything since we're so close and there probably will only ever be 1 empty spot at any given time. Rename and hit play. Hit record on our next spot, grab a blade and then use it on one of the grown cereals you just planted. Not only do blades die really quick when farming cereal, they also stack in your hand and can't be used if you're holding more than 1. We can get around both of these issues though. We'll use a until hands not empty loop for the move to crude blade storage and take from crude blade storage instructions, and add a stow held item to the bottom. Then at the very bottom of the program, add an if block set to hands empty and just put a single retrieve command inside. This will allow our bot to pick up 5 blades by storing 4 of them in their backpack and then having 1 in their hand. Then we can chop a cereal crop, and when we're done, check if our tool broke so we can grab a fresh one from our backpack. This should keep our bot chopping cereal for much longer before needing to grab new blades. Don't forget to set the search area to the cereal sign, rename the bot, and hit play. Next, we need a flail bot. Hit record on a new bot, grab yourself a flail, and whack one of the cereals sitting in our farm. We'll just wrap a find a flail, move, and pick up instructions into a repeat until hands full block. Ramp this all in a forever loop, rename, and hit play. Only 2 bots left. Hit record on a new bot and pick up 2 pieces of straw laying on the pile. Deposit one of them into the straw storage and another one into the spaceport. Wrap the first set of find nearest straw, move to target, pick up target in a until hands full repeat block. Set the search area to the serial sign. You can delete the second set of instructions and don't forget to enable continue on fail. Now we can add a until hands empty loop under the first one. We're going to add an if else block inside the until hands empty block. Change the if section to question not full and select the straw storage as a target. When recording, I accidentally used question full instead, but I went back and changed it to not full when I noticed. Then drag the move to straw storage and add to straw storage instructions into the if section, and drag the move to spaceport and add to spaceport instructions into the else section. Rename the bot and hit play. Our last bot will collect seeds and be pretty similar to the straw bot. Hit record on a new bot and pick up 2 of the seeds. Deposit one of them in the seed silo and another one in the spaceport. Wrap the find, move, and pick up commands in a until hands full loop. Then nest an if else loop inside a until hands empty block and set the if to question not full. I again set this one to question full when recording and fixed it afterwards. Put the move to straw storage and add to straw storage commands in the if section, and put the move to spaceport and add to spaceport commands inside the else section. The if else block will make sure we fill up our straw storage or seed storage before depositing into the spaceport. We'll need seeds and straw as we expand, so we want to make sure we have some on hand. Wrap it all in a forever loop, rename and hit play, and watch the teamwork sing. These bots should do a pretty good job together. If you'd like, you can stack the remaining crates and silos you built on top of these storages. It'll take a little while for the silo to fill up, but once it does, your gold should max out pretty quick. This design is easy enough to expand by just building another 2x2 and programming another set of 5 bots, but reusing the storage and spaceport. That's going to do it for this guide. Like and subscribe if you want to see more guides like these. I'm Sweet Money. I'll see you in the next one, but for now, please take it easy.